Auburn Baylor, the least talked about football game in week 1 that has legitimate college football playoff implications. Think about it. All right. This is the difference potentially between, your 9-3 Auburn, your 10-2 Baylor, like your 9-3, 10-2 Auburn, versus your 8-4, 9-3, or your 10-2, 9-3 Baylor, and your 9-3, 8-4, 4 Baylor. 10-2, there's a really good chance for both of these teams that it gets you into college football playoffs. And here's why. Because one, Auburn, with that SEC schedule, it's coming. Okay. They will have enough. If you go 10-2 with that schedule, you're likely in the college football playoffs. Baylor, if you go 10-2 with this schedule, when you have Auburn at SMU and you're out of conference, and then Arizona State, Kansas State, Utah, at TCU as well, that is significant. Those are good wins. If you find a way to win 2 or 3 of those games and win the ones that you should, I think Dave Aranda's done a really nice job, particularly on this offensive side of the football, getting this with Jake Spavital in the right direction. Sawyer Robertson as a quarterback, one of my dark horses to win Heisman, already placed money, plus 10,000. Here we go. Bryson Washington, one of the better running backs, not talked about in college football. For some reason, I don't know why people don't talk. He's one of the better ones in college football. People don't talk about him. Josh Cameron, Ashton Hawkins at the receiver position, Michael Trigg at tight end, and an offensive line that, as you like to say, are all of legal drinking age. And they're some big boys over there. I like this group a lot on the offense side of football. The defense for Baylor, I don't know how well they have to play because, again, the offense for Auburn, while it's being coached by Hugh Freeze and they have a projected really good offensive line, I think it might be a little bit worse than what people are projecting it to be quite frank. And who knows what Jackson Arnold's going to look like. I'm a little bit higher on Jackson Arnold. I think he'll be successful somewhat in the system, but is it going to happen right away? I don't know. So you got, a transfer quarterback for Auburn that's trying to figure things out week 1, a plethora of transfers for Baylor on the defensive side of the football to try to figure things out. And yes, Dave Aranda finally figured out how to use the transfer portal. All right, kind of a big deal. He's also starting to figure out how to recruit, which is big news. So I like Baylor in the spot. Give me the Bears at home, plus 2.5, and give me them to win.
Yeah, I mean, for all the reasons you said, I'm a little bit less confident in you. I do see the talent on Auburn, and that could potentially be there, and them putting it together, and doing it. I'm on the under for them for the year, so this was more one of the obviously a toss-up game. I mean, look at the spread; it's on the road for Auburn, especially early in the season. I mean, what are we going to get from Arnold? What are we going to get? How healthy is Auburn's wide receiver room? How in sync are they with a couple of obviously new faces? Eric Singleton, obviously the headliner, Horatio Fields, as well as you're breaking a new quarterback and probably a new system too, a lot different than maybe what you saw last year, a couple years ago as well. It's just hard to really. Here's what I'll say, and we talked about this off air a little bit beforehand. I feel like I know what Baylor's going to be. I like Baylor a lot this year. I like the veterans they have coming back. I love their quarterback. You talked about running back. I'll throw in Cole Wilson and you reuniting with Ashton Hawkins at wide receiver, a couple of Texas State receivers from the portal from this class and the class before. Well, defensively, we'll see. But also, I trust Dave Aranda to get it together there enough and put out a workable product out there on week 1. It's tough seeing a lot of talent on Auburn and what could be, and just imagining Jackson Arnold putting it together and imagining Hugh Freeze, dialing things up and the playmakers Auburn has. That's what worries me. I do tend to think though that the higher scoring this game gets though, the more it probably favors Baylor and how consistent Sawyer Robertson can move the football down the field. And the reality is, and I know it's hard to predict, in individual games, Auburn has been awful in turnover margin, right? And past couple of years, that's just part of what they've been. Can they flip that on the road here? Lastly, I do want to ask you, so let me tell you my pick real quick. I'll go Baylor plus 2.5, and I'll just take them to win. Why not? But it's going to be one I'm not super confident about, one I'm very intrigued to watch on Friday night, along with a couple other games. Dave Aranda defensively, Hugh Freeze offensively. Who do you trust more and why?
That is such a good question. Probably, I'm gonna lean Hugh Freeze because I think we have too much of that old Dave Aranda, like stuck in my head. Like I think Hugh Freeze is probably a better offensive mind than Dave Aranda, at least today in 2025.
Yeah.
Who knows what 2026 holds? I think probably if you were to ask me 4 or 5 years ago, I would have said Dave Aranda, probably. Well, I definitely would have. Because Hugh Freeze was in his rehab stint, at some other schools. But yeah, probably Hugh Freeze. Is that probably right?
I think so. And in a big game, and I think they understand the importance of this game. Maybe national media is freaking lying to you. Maybe YouTube TV won't let you watch the game, but I mean, sorry. Stream East. I mean, not that we're doing whatever, but like this is a huge game. We've seen Hugh Freeze time and time again, like just be in his bag in certain spots. So that's the one. That's another concern there too, with me taking Baylor. But yeah, I'll go Baylor plus 2.5. Going to be fantastic. So many storylines, so many coaching matchups. Obviously, connections with Baylor and Auburn and whatever else may be. So a lot of fun here.